If you have a high-end brand and you're trying to grow it, there are three mistakes that I see that are pretty common amongst high-end brands, luxury brands, that I believe prevent these brands from growing to their full potential. In a market where there are lots of potential clients and people flocking to your brands, these might not be things that you notice. But in a world where the luxury market has become much more competitive, and a market aimed at high-end and affluent buyers has become very competitive, it's important for you to narrow any chances of making mistakes that could potentially hurt your brand. Now, the first mistake that I see that's pretty common, I experienced it just a few days ago. Walking in a fashionable neighborhood, went into a shop that I had not seen before, and really enjoyed looking at the fabulous products that they had. Absolutely extraordinary skincare products, lotions, oils. I think there were some perfumes and colognes in there, and essentially personal care items. Fabulous products, and the people in the store were extraordinary. They showed me the products. They showed me the complete line. They talked about the differences between the two, how the products performed, and so forth. I even asked if I could use a restroom, and the person said, we don't really have a restroom that's available, but just follow me. And they took me to the back of the store and let me use the restroom. Fabulous place. After seeing the products, after raving about the products, after talking about how great they were, I said, I'm going to be back here when I have more time to really look at these more closely. And essentially, the people in the retail store said goodbye, have a great day. And I went up to the counter and grabbed the business card for the manager and left. Now, the mistake there is not being data driven. You hear a lot on the internet. You hear this phrase called click funnels, which is positioned as something that's really new. But fundamentally, when you have someone who identifies themselves as wanting your product, being a good candidate for your product, I can't think of anyone who is more valuable to get to know, to get the data on, and to be able to build a relationship with than someone who has come in, has raved about your product, and you have spent 20 minutes working on that person, hoping that they will buy a product. It astounds me that retail outlets will routinely let people like this leave without identifying them. It is true that many folks will come in and they're just looking around and they're not planning to buy something. But 50 to 60% of the people who look at products are not ready to buy anyway. So this idea of taking your chances and just seeing, okay, maybe this person will buy, and this is an old-fashioned approach that I think can really hurt your business. Your business has got to be data-driven today. So what that means is every opportunity you have to capture data about someone who's coming in, someone who's browsing, someone who likes something, that data should be captured. You should make note of the products they looked at. You should make note of anything you can about them, about that, in that conversation, so that you can then follow up with them and you can service them at another time. This is mistake number one, not being data driven. You spend enormous sums of money outfitting a retail establishment. Enormous sums of money training, enormous sums of money in inventory, enormous sums of money going online, enormous sums of money, and then when someone comes in and says, hey, I like this, this is really nice, this is a product that I could see myself having, how is this made? And you're spending time training them, essentially, on your product line, exposing them to your product line, this is the time to build on that. So mistake number one is not being data driven enough. Now, when you have the data, you have the capacity to follow up with them in the next week and say, you know, John, you came into the establishment last week. I hope you still feel good about the products that you looked at. John, you inquired last week about using our service. It wasn't the right time for you then, but I know that the holidays are coming up and it might be the right time for you going forward. We just got a new product line, Mary. It just came in, and I know you really liked what we had to offer. Maybe this is a good time for you to look at our other products in our skincare line and so forth. So mistake number one is not being data driven, not capturing that data. Now, it's very easy to capture the data. You can say, can I give you my business card? And is there a way I could reach you? You could say, we have some extraordinary new promotions coming out, and I want to be sure that you have an opportunity to be aware of them. Can I get your address? Could I get your phone number? Can I get in contact with you in some way and let you know what's coming up? We have Friends and Family Day. We have Employee Day. We have some unannounced specials. We have private sales and so forth. There's just so many ways you can have that conversation to get the data. And then, of course, the data is really crucial. And that is what we'll talk about as we talk about mistake 2 and number 3. If you like this tip, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you liked it. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and make sure you share this with someone who will value it and benefit from it. There's a lot more information I have to share with you, and I'll see you next time.